Hello, Diargos here. Welcome back to my Factorio series, the Manhattan Project. Okay, so we've got red circuits going here. I think I already checked everything in the last video. So now what we need to do is see why... Aha. Yeah, that'll do it. So I was noticing two things there. I noticed that there was only red circuits on one side of the belt, and then I noticed that only this side of the copper cables was getting used up. So it's important to check everything, because I could have easily walked off, not remembering that I hadn't done this yet. Okay. Alright, here we go. Alright, so we've got our first batch of green circuits from over here, and some red circuits here now. And we'll, like I said, we'll expand that out. Also looks like I needed a radar in this region. So let's do that. I'll just add one down here in between these. Right there. Alright, that's pretty good. Okay, it looks like I do not have any more red and green, but I do have some red, green, and military, which I can research up. What I really can't do is I'm not making red circuits up at the science area, so I can't do blue science just yet. Okay, so now that we've got green, red, copper, iron, we can start automating some stuff here. Robots would be very nice. I think that's what I want to do. So I'm gonna do that first of the automations. Okay, so let's start. We're gonna need everything. Should be that. Okay. All right, and my assembling area is going to be starting right around here. I'm going to leave a little bit of space for lines going up and down if I need to add more. So I think right on this other side of the coal is where I'll start, right here. I do wish it was daytime for this. Unfortunately, I do need to clear some trees. And if you are keeping track, you'll notice that I did craft 5 more steel pickaxes, because I have been using them a lot in this series. But that should be the last. I don't think I'll need to craft any more. Cross my fingers. Especially since I'm building bots right now, right? So once I have bots, that should be the end of it. So after bots, I want to start thinking about solar panels as well. But before I do solar panels, I think, and by solar panels I mean like the whole kit and caboodle, you know, design out the arrays. It's really, you have to do bots first, because you build those with bots, right? So there's no point in doing those first. But I'll need, you know, accumulators and roboports and all that jazz. And requester chests as well. So I'm thinking, I could get away with not doing requester chests yet. I don't exactly need them. I can just manually move stuff around. But I'm thinking that I might want to do science first and get that going, since we're kind of wrapped up with that. So like do robots and then science, and then do solar. I think that's my priority queue here. Okay, I'm just gonna clear some more of these out, because these down here, these should be the last trees that I really have to deal with manually. Yeah, so that's my queue to do my to-do list. First get bots going, then then we'll get science. We'll do as much science as we can, and we'll do it outright. You know, we'll have 20 science labs. I think that's what I usually do. And I'll probably want to check on the ratios for the new science packs and figure out what I want to do to get them. I want enough of all the science so that I have more than enough for 20 science labs if I'm going to do 20, which is where I want to hit. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so let's think here. We need engines into electric engines and batteries and steel. Oh, I don't have steel. Yeah. Okay, that's okay. We can add a steel thing. I totally blanked on steel. Excuse me. Just had a lozenge, but I still have a tickle in my throat. I guess it's allergies or something. So we also need just a red and green for those, and steel again. Okay. So this is really the line that we need to work on right here, which we already have batteries, so I guess engines and steel. Well, I guess let's go do steel first, because I'm going to need that for quite a few things. And I've got 14 furnaces, which should be enough to kind of get a line started. And what I'll do is I'll just put it on the left of this iron line, because I'm going to do iron this direction and copper this direction, right? And I'll just pull some of this iron ore down and feed it right into steel, and I'll just have one big steel here. I don't think I need two, but if I do need two, I can go that direction with steel, right? I don't think copper is going to come all the way over, even for 8. So I think I should have plenty of room. Okay, let's get some more. Just really whatever just takes red, green, and black. I really like the idea of military science. You know, I've heard some people complaining about the science changes, saying that they're not good. One person that I watch from time to time, I watch his stream, is Anti-Elites. He's a German streamer, and he mostly does speed runs of Factorio, which, you know, that's pretty amazing. I think he holds the world record right now for 0.14. He did it in under 2 hours. He did it, I think, twice, at least. I think it's 1 hour and 51 minutes and some change, I think, is the record, which is pretty amazing. But, you know, he just tries the same map and the same layout. Like, he works on it over and over and over and over again until, you know, every week, until he gets it. And I heard him on one of his, what am I doing? I heard him on one of his streams. I was just kind of listening to in the background, and he had mentioned that he didn't like the science, but he didn't say why exactly. So I don't know, but I like the idea of the science, at least. Maybe there's some problem with it that I haven't experienced yet, but so far I like the idea that there's a military science for military technologies. And I think his problem with it is, if we look, whoops, I always do that. If we look at what the science takes, right? So that makes sense there. It's just basic science, copper and iron, essentially. And then green science is the next step up, science pack 2, right? And that requires an inserter and transport board, which is just, you know, real basic stuff. Makes sense. Science pack 3, an engine unit, an assembling machine, and a advanced circuit. So you're limited there because you have to have oil processing just to get that advanced circuit. And you can't craft these manually because of, well, I mean, you can't craft plastic. So that's kind of my point there. Maybe that's a problem. Military is kind of cool because it has military items that feed into it. And then this one, the production science pack. Furnace, I guess these make sense. I don't know if he doesn't like, I really don't know. I'm not even going to speculate, actually. Oh man, I'm out of yellow. But I think I've heard from him, and then from one other person that I cannot recall. who it was. She said they didn't like the science, and I don't get that. I think it's pretty neat. And I really like the infinite science with and having the rocket be responsible for that. And that way you can actually use it for something and try to get faster rocket launches and stuff like that. I think that's a brilliant idea. But I haven't seen it actually in a game yet where I've been playing the game. So, you know, maybe there's something to it that's kind of a bummer. But I guess we'll see. All right. Okay, so we're doing steel, and we'll just do... We're not going to take... I don't like taking iron plates that are like off of this one. I wouldn't take these and put them into steel. I just do it directly like this. I think that's better. Why do I think that's better? It's a good question. One that I don't know that I can answer. I guess because I like to have the full line of iron plates for iron plates. If that makes sense. Not to be converted into another resource. Okay. That. All right. We need. We'll give you. Give you 2. All right. I wish I had grabbed some more furnaces. I forgot to do that. It's okay. All right. Guess. Oh boy, I forgot this too. Craft a few more. Man, this is not... I don't even know why. What's the point of leaving a gap then if... How do I normally do this? I don't even remember now. Let me look. Yeah, you don't need to leave gaps for steel. Come on. I can at least balance it out a little bit. Oops. Alright. Okay. There a smart way to lay these? Guess not. Aside from doing it like that. Okay. What? Oh, derp. Where are the iron plates coming from? It's because I put that ore in there. I had just snatched it up and just dropped it in randomly without thinking about it. All right. I've got a little bit of steel. I'll have to go back and get some more furnaces for this. So now I need to figure out just going on the top of the bus or the bottom of the bus. Looks like top. Well, if I go on the top, I'm gonna have to go under. I should have had a middle line for the for the steel, I guess. Right? Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Now it's too late. Unless I pulled this up. I could pull that up. How many lines of steel do I want? I really don't think I need 2. 1 is probably enough. But let's do 2. Let's make this a little bit bigger, right? We're supposed to be scaling up, and even though this is the second part. Okay, so if I wanted 2 lines, then these 2 will be those lines right here, right? Like this. And then the second one will come from that direction, right? And go up to that other steel once it's a blue belt. Okay, so what that means is this has to move up 2 spaces. So gap, gap. Now that's the bottom of the second iron, right? So the second iron goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Then there's a gap. And then another gap. And then 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, will that work? Yeah, that will work. Okay. And we should really put this on the bottom because as they get added on, as we go to the right. Oh, actually I should go all the way down here, if that's the case. Right, like that. Okay, I'll use this line up and then I'll tear it down. Yeah, that makes sense. That's nice. Okay, I'm glad I decided to do that. Oh, okay. All right, it's officially time to run back to base and grab red belts, furnaces, medium power poles, and more splitters and undergrounds as well. What am I doing? Come on, concrete right here. Although now it's under the steel. Lay some more down. Okay. So I need some more of you. Some more of these. I'm gonna drop off some wood. Got a lot of wood on me. Some more power poles. Man, maybe I should just do something with this oil down here because right now it's not being produced, but if I could get rid of the light oil, then I can start producing again, right? So let's see. How can I best do that? To petroleum. Needs water though. See, that's the problem. Yeah, it's just not quite worth it. Not quite worth it. All right. We're almost there. No rush. Oh, come on, Diargos. I had my list. I should really have like a real list. I'm gonna forget things. Forgot furnaces. I'm glad I remembered. Well, I didn't remember. I got to where I saw the furnaces and then saw that I didn't have any. If I'm being honest. Alright. These are gonna be, oh, yeah, wood. I'm gonna need 70 times 2 for the steel for the full belt. Okay. So I just grabbed 50 is 100, 150 is 70 times 2 is 140, so that should be a about right, and I already have some down there anyway, so we should have a few left over. Okay. Let's throw some more down here. Oh, how many do I want to do, right? Since I'm not putting a gap in, it's not going to be the same amount. So let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just getting a rough count. Okay. Is that 36? Trash can that. And hello? What's going on? Blueprint? Why is this not? What is going on? Weird. There it is. Maybe because I cleared it? That's probably what it was. Alright, I don't quite like that. 36. Okay, nailed it. That's how many we need. Yeah, so, you used to have the blueprints actual items, and I guess now they're not treated like items. Like their own special entity. Okay. Oh yeah, much faster with concrete. We probably don't need a full line of steel, but hey, we're doing it now, might as well do it. And I'm guessing 20 left over. Okay, that's a lot. All right, I'm going to end the episode here. In the next episode, we'll continue with steel and then bounce back over and finish up the robots. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.